Sheryl Matsuoka, the President and CEO of the Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association and the Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association Educational Foundation. Mahalo for tuning in on this special episode of the Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association podcast. We are just days away from the Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association's Food Service Expo, and we can't wait to see you. If you haven't registered yet, it's time. Don't miss your chance to connect with industry leaders and discover game-changing solutions that will take your business to the next level. For more details, visit hawaiirestaurantexpo.com and follow us on social media for the latest updates. Today, I'm excited to give you an exclusive sneak peek of 3 exhibitors who will be showcasing the latest innovations, must-have products, and proven strategies to help streamline your operations, cut costs, and boost your profitability. Whether you're looking for cutting-edge technology, smarter solutions, or fresh ideas to grow your business, the Expo is going to be the place to be. The Hawaiʻi Restaurant Association Food Service Expo is all about elevating Hawaii's restaurant and food service industry, bringing together our whole industry, and they will be introducing to you their latest products, innovative solutions, and profitability strategies to just help you thrive in today's competitive market. Again, this exclusive event, crafted specifically for Hawaii's restaurant and food service professionals, takes place on February 26th and 27th at the Neil Blaisdell Exhibition Hall. So let's dive in and let's explore these 3 exhibitors and what they're going to be showcasing at our expo in a few weeks. So I'm going to ask my guests to please introduce themselves because no one can introduce you better than yourself, Elizabeth. So please go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your company.
Well, aloha from the mainland. I am Elizabeth Hancock with Kabobs, the appetizer specialists and prepared foods. We are an over 40-year-old company based out of Atlanta, Georgia, operating and supporting local chefs, resorts, food service operations. And this will be my first year participating in the show. And I am just thrilled to be here.
Oh, thank you. Well, welcome. Excited to meet you in person.
Thank you.
Thank you for being an exhibitor in this year's show. Damon, my friend, go ahead, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Adesso.
Thanks for having me, Sheryl. Happy to talk about Adesso. I will be at the show. I'm looking forward to it, excited. My passion is helping restaurant and bar owners and lodging places. Been doing this for almost 20 years now. And most recently, we helped about 8,000 businesses that were all members of state restaurant associations get their ERC. Now we're pivoting to FICA tip credit, and which can produce large tax credits and in many cases refunds. Money in your pocket. So we're excited about that. And we want to share our knowledge and program with as many of you as possible at the show or even before the show. I will put a link in the chat later to get a hold of us, but just very passionate about helping restaurateurs and bar owners in Hawaii.
Yes, and we do have a lot of restaurateurs, a lot of, as you mentioned, bar owners, coffee shops, bakeries, lodging. We have a lot of those coming, Damon, as you know. And Damon, you'd be surprised how many people don't understand about the FICA tip credit. So I'm glad that's an important service that you're providing. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
All right, my friend Thomas, tell us a little bit about yourself and your company you're with.
Well, thanks, Sheryl. This is a great opportunity. This will be our first time in the Hawaii Restaurant Association Expo, so we're looking forward to it. I'm one of the owners of a company called Commercial Products Hawaii. We distribute simple green products for industrial and commercial uses, as well as ZEP products. And these products have been in the Hawaii market for a long time, since 1975. We're the people who can supply you with environmentally friendly and human-friendly products for cleaning and all that type of things that we all need, degreasers, sanitizers, and that. We sell them currently right now in the market into restaurants and the hotels in the association. So we're hoping this trade show will be a great opportunity for us to show you our products and introduce you to them. Thank you.
Well, you have to know, I do have Simple Green here in my closet, here in my home office, because we have pets. And because we have pets, Simple Green is the way I do go. And as I'm an investor also in restaurants. And so my restaurants also have your products in them.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm going to start off with Elizabeth. Elizabeth, it's a long trek for you. What motivated your company to be a part of the Hawaii Restaurant Association Food Service Expo as an exhibitor?
We've always been passionate about supporting local food cultures, and the Hawaii Restaurant Association Food Expo felt like the perfect opportunity to connect with Hawaii's vibrant culinary scene. And by being an exhibitor, we can also learn and grow alongside this incredible community through our budding relationships. And who doesn't want to come to Hawaii and see the beautiful islands, the culture, the people, and make new friends? That's what we're all about in the restaurant industry.
Talking about new friends, as you know, Thomas, because Thomas is right around the corner from me. We have so many new restaurants that are opening up, Elizabeth. Thomas, I just was talking to my nephew. He opened up a Portuguese restaurant in Kailua. I said, buddy, we're not Portuguese. But he's like, no, auntie, you don't understand. It's such a need because there really isn't a
I live
Portuguese.
in Kailua. I can't wait to check it out.
Yes, yes, yes. We have so many. I mean, I get calls, as you know, as the president CEO of the Hawaii Restaurant Association, calls all the time from new eateries that are opening up, and they need advice, right? And they need a referral, and they need recommendations from all the different services that it takes to run a restaurant. And we know what you're talking about, right, Thomas? Everything, right? Yep. And so there's another new restaurant that opened up, Lady Elaine, in the Manoa Marketplace. And I haven't gone there yet. I've been to their other one, Little Plum, but I haven't been to Lady Elaine. So many new restaurants opening up. So you're right, Elizabeth. It's always good to come back and see who's opened up, who's different for you. This is going to be a great opportunity to meet new restaurateurs and all the new eateries that are opening up. So excited. So excited.
Very excited, yes.
Yeah. All right. So let's go, my Damon. Okay, Damon and I have this relationship, right? And it's like, Damon's finally, right, Damon, going to be here in Hawaii, and I'm going to get to hug you. So what motivated you to get an exhibit booth here at our show?
Thank you for the continued kind words. What motivated me was we had so much success with state associations on the mainland, and I've just wanted to partner with Hawaii, Sheryl, for so long. And this is the opportunity. So I'm personally coming out there. My passion is to help restaurant and bar owners. That's what I'm all about. Been doing this for 20 years. Used to own restaurants. These are the folks that I admire. They're taking a risk and creating jobs, and they're creative people. And I love restaurants and bars. That's just what I do, what I love. So any way we can help them, and we do have a great way to help them. So I think coming out there in person, standing at my booth and meeting as many people as possible to share our knowledge about how to give restaurateurs every edge that they can get, because they need every edge. The margins are what they are. There's a lot of headwinds, issues to tackle. It seems like the more I read about, the climate out there, not just the weather, I mean, the climate in restaurants, it's so hard on them, and we want to help them win, and they need every edge they can get. So we just want to provide everything we can to help.
Damon, 110%. You are so right. It's so heartbreaking when I find out that a restaurant has permanently closed their doors. And people don't realize the impact to our industry, because then they're not ordering their supplies from Thomas. They're not ordering their foods from Elizabeth. They're not ordering the produce from our local farmers. And that's what breaks my heart the most, because people don't realize when a restaurant closes their door, the impact to the whole food service community is impacted in some way. Because now Elizabeth lost a customer, Thomas lost a customer, right? So Damon, what you're doing is so important by keeping our restaurants, keeping them open for business, because you're right. We work in very small margins. I just did a whole interview on eggs. And why?
Let's not talk about eggs. Oh gosh.
A hot topic.
Thomas, and what's going on with eggs? And I just, oh my gosh, and the rising cost of everything. You're right, Damon, is impacting our restaurants, right? And those small little things like just eggs is just very, very challenging. So thank you, Damon,
Thank
for
you.
being at our expo. We really appreciate it. Okay, Thomas, what made you
Well-
decide to be in? This is your first year, right, buddy?
Well, the first year we're exhibiting with you folks,
Okay.
yes. And this
Yeah.
is exciting, like I said earlier. And funny you bring up eggs because we sell a sanitizer product that the Hawaii egg growers buy from us, which is, the very diverse part of my business that I do. So we're going to be featuring Simple Green. And now people can go into Walmarts and Lowe's and Home Depots and buy Simple Green, but Simple Green comes in 3 different categories. It's called industrial, professional, and household. So household is in all those stores, but you cannot get the industrial or the professional unless you talk to me. And so we're going to be introducing, Simple Green has not had a stocking distributor in Hawaii for a very, very 25 years or more. So we're taking on that challenge. So we need to introduce these industrial and commercial products to the people that will be making decisions at this expo, who probably don't even know it exists. And so this will be a big deal for us. We're very, very excited about having this opportunity. And I have to tell you, you brought a smile to my face when you said this is going to be for the decision makers coming to the show, not the aunties and uncles that want to have a little bag and they're collecting all the swag they can collect in eating stuff. I want, people who are serious about, buying products and their business. This is what we want to see.
That's what I have heard that just from every exhibitor. We want quality. It's not about quantity, Sheryl. We really want quality. And you do have a quality product. As I mentioned, I have Simple Green in my home because I'm a mom and we have pets. So it's important, as you mentioned, right, to keep those types of products in not only our homes, but also in our eateries. So thank you for doing that. The other part I want to bring up is the app. Now, I know the 3 of you are already in the app. I've invested a lot of money on this app. So this, Thomas, is how you're going to know who wants to connect with you after the show. So you're going to get to go into the app and you're going to get to see, right? Damon already's done it already. Who's coming to the show and the type of the position they have and which organization they are. I've invested a lot of money in this app and you have your booth there. Thomas is looking for his booth. I need you guys to check out your booths because we have this whole thing going on. Damon, you got to put on there all the benefits of why they need to come to your booth. Because as people scroll through apps, they're going to go, what? FICA tip credit? What are you talking about, right? And these are, I'm going to say it, Damon, it is the smaller mom and pops. They're so busy running their restaurants. The bar owners, they're running their businesses. They don't have time to be looking at every single opportunity where they can get back a credit. And I dealt with that a lot. Of course, we, held a lot of people's hands through the PPP, through the RRF, and now we've got the FICA tip credit that thank you for doing that service by educating everyone about it. Now that Thomas and Elizabeth knows a little bit about it, when they come to their booth, they're like, don't forget to go over to Damien and go find out more about you own a small eatery and you need to find out about it. Did you already stop by Damien's, right? Go into your booths on the app and go ahead and upload whatever you're uploading. In the beginning, Elizabeth, there was this big competition. People were like putting in pictures and they have video on it. And some people have giveaways in there trying to, get people more excited about coming to their booth and some of the things that they're showcasing. So please, it's called the Expo app. It's actually the name of the app is Huva, which is like any other app that has a name. And it's a great way for you later, Thomas, to scan the QR code on their badges to connect with them later, because now you'll get their information, right? As to who they are, which organization, and what's their role within that organization. It's a good thing you mentioned that, Thomas, because I also got connected with some of the country clubs, the golf courses. The Hawaii Restaurant Association's golf tournament is in June 4th at the Pearl. And when I was there, Roger Mina, who takes care of their whole F&B, he was previously at another golf course country club. And he's like, I'm bringing down all my country club buddies that, all run F&B throughout all the country clubs, private clubs, the hospitals, the assisted living, a lot of the schools, because the schools, they serve a lot of food. I think the Department of Education is our largest provider of, food because of the amount of students for the school lunch program. Hotels have all told me that they'll be there. I met with a couple of different hotels, and they're definitely the Sheraton, the Marriott's, they'll all be at our expo. So you're going to start seeing on our app all of those people, right, that represent all these different industries attending the show. So Damon, Thomas, and Elizabeth, start getting your booth tricked out, because you do want them to come to your booth.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And now, so let's talk about why it's essential, you feel, for people to attend the Hawaii Restaurant Association Food Service Expo. Elizabeth, why is it important for them to come to your booth?
Well, the expo brings together restaurant owners, chefs, suppliers, industry experts, fostering connections that can lead to new partnerships, opportunities, and valuable industry relationships. And, the food service industry is constantly evolving, and the expo offers firsthand access to the latest trends, technologies, best practices that can help any business stay competitive. It's a fun day. It gets the chefs, the decision makers out of the kitchen, out of the office, a very laser focused opportunity to see what's out there, see what's new, say hello to your friends again, and have a great day. It's a great opportunity to see what's new and exciting.
Oh, that's so interesting that you say that. You're so right. As I see people signing up and they're an attendee in the app, I'm like sending them the highs, because I'm like, hey, come look for me in my booth. I'll be in the Hawaii Restaurant Association booth, of course. And you'll see a lot of people coming by, especially the restaurant tours, right? They come by and they get their little member ribbon on their badge and they walk around the show, and it's just a great day. So yes, thank you, Elizabeth. And, I can see also what you're going to be providing in a lot of the places, like I was saying, the country clubs and the golf courses. As you know, whenever I have a golf tournament, 180 players, Damon. That's a big banquet. So it's
That is big.
busy day. It's a big tournament. We normally, and this is the last couple of years, sell out 7 to 8 weeks before the tournament. We're sold out. That's how popular this tournament is.
Golf in Hawaii sounds terrible.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe that we're a mecca for golf. Who said that?
Doesn't make any sense.
And we normally have 15 beverages on the course, and five eateries that are serving food on the course. Plus they have a bento before they leave and the banquet after it. Damon, people say to me, whenever they see me, it's like there's food around me. There's always food around Sheryl. Wherever I go. We just had a legislative meet and greet on Monday night, and they're like, oh my God, more food. There was like a big sushi bar and all the eateries are there. And they're like, Sheryl, every time I see you, you're surrounded by food. I said, that's who I am.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, that's not a bad place to be.
Yeah, that's good.
It's hard because I'm gaining so much weight as I'm getting older, Thomas. Oh my gosh. So go ahead, Thomas. In your perspective, right? Tell us why our attendees should come to your booth and visit you.
Well, I think anybody in the restaurant business who owns a restaurant, catering, whatever in the state of Hawaii should be coming to this expo first and foremost, because you're never going to find everybody in one place like this again. Gives you the opportunity to find what you're looking for, compare people, that sort of thing. Particularly coming to our booth, like I mentioned earlier, because we have the commercial and industrial products that we're going to be featuring, now we have the clean in place products that they might not be aware of that they can buy from a local distributor. And that's so key, as you know, Sheryl, local distributor who's been doing it for 45 years in the state of Hawaii, distribution, speaks the language, knows how it works, all that aspect of it, which is key. And and they can buy it in 1 gallon, 5-gallon pails, 55-gallon drums, or 275-gallon totes. I can tell you, I know people in Hawaii don't know that this exists within the Simple Green line. They know Simple Green, they've done a good job of getting out there, but they don't understand this whole part of the business. And because we're the ZEP distributor, which is out there, which is a heavy duty industrial cleaners and that sort of thing, we're offering an alternative which is a little more environmentally friendly and human friendly. Those two things are key. And people need to hear that from my partner and me. At the booth, we'll have a representative from Simple Green there as well who can explain it. So this is, for us, it's a great opportunity, and I think for the people at this trade show as well.
Great, great. Damon, why should our attendees come visit you over there at Adesso?
I would say, Sheryl, to get information.
Yes.
I have a lot of information on the latest on ERC. People are still waiting on their refunds.
Yes.
My new program, it's not a new program. It's been around since 1993. Believe it or not, there's very low awareness, and we are experts at it, at calculating it, and we can do it right now. If you're not taking it, you should be. And a lot of these folks are going to be eligible for refunds if they have a pass-through entity like an S Corp, an LLC, or a partnership. But even if they're a C Corp, they can still take the credit. If they're a pass-through, they may be eligible for a refund. We've gotten people over $1 million. And then one of them has a restaurant in one of the islands, Lanai, and then others in the states. That's an
I'm going to
extreme
need to
example.
talk to you, Damon.
Yeah, come see me. But this is real. This is very real, and there's a lot of confusion because when people hear tax credits or refunds, they're going to automatically think of ERC, and there's a lot of fatigue with ERC. Either they don't want to hear it anymore, or they're a little grouchy because they're waiting for their checks, and that's on the IRS, or they think it's another tip credit that like some of the states here stateside are battling to keep and maintain so they can pay less than minimum wage. It's not that. It's also not no tax on tips, which is in legislation right now. So you got to come talk to us at the booth because we are experts at this. We can sort of cut to the chase and explain to every decision maker, restaurateur, what exactly this is, how they qualify. Every restaurant and bar that has tipped employees qualifies. That's the criteria. So come talk to us and we'll explain how it all works. And if you're not taking it, we can help you get it and possibly get you refunds because we know they all need any, like we said earlier, any edge they can get with all the headwinds and the issues and the challenges. They need help, and we're here to deliver the help.
And what you're saying is so true, Thomas, because there's so many exhibitors that'll be at our show that Thomas knows how many restaurateurs. I mean, right, Thomas, because you've been on this island and you're servicing all of them. For you to just be sure that, hey, FICA tip credit, did you take it? If they're an eatery that has servers, that's the key right there, right, Damon? If
Tipped
they have
employees.
tipped
Correct.
employees, if they have servers, that's the key right there. Whether you're a bar, a restaurant, right, a breakfast place, you have tipped employees. They can take advantage of the FICA tip credit through Damon. And it's the network, right, Damon, where Thomas knows a
100%.
little bit about it. He's servicing eateries that have tipped employees. Now he can say, hey, and now they're going to be like indebted to him forever because now he was able to get them a check. Right. That's what this is all about. That's why I do this podcast, is so that we can keep because oh my goodness, I get people calling from all around the United States, Alaska, everywhere saying, I watched your podcast. Now I have a question. So I said, okay, what your question because people, that's what they do now on YouTube, right? They're watching the podcasts and finding out what's going on in Hawaii, especially in our food service industry. All right, so did I ask the three of you before I wrap up the show? Did I miss anyone on that last question? Because now we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show. Great. All right, so closing remarks. I'm going to give Elizabeth an opportunity to say her final remarks before we close our podcast for today. Elizabeth.
Thank you. Well, just again, we are thrilled to be participating in the show this year. We'll be showcasing our heavy hitter items in the appetizer game. Just a few sneak peeks. I can't show you my full hand, but we'll be showcasing lemongrass pot stickers, coconut shrimp, Penang shrimp, our quiche-less crust, breakfast sandwiches, and then the rest, you're going to have to stop by the booth to say hi, grab some samples, and make a connection with us. But we're thrilled to be a part of the show and can't wait to meet you all in person.
Thank you, Elizabeth. All right, Thomas, final comments.
Well, I think I've said a lot already, so I don't want to take up Damon's time. The only other thing I wanted to add is assuming that there will be a lot of neighbor island restaurants coming to this event. And that's a huge opportunity as well for us. Really, I don't have to the expense of going there. They're going to be coming by. They'll get to know who we are, and that's real important.
Yes. And thank you for that reminder, Thomas. You keep reminding me of things because I do so many of these podcasts. I always forget. We also on our website, HawaiiRestaurantExpo.com, have hotel discount codes. So the hotels that we reached out to is both the Ala Moana and the Prince, and they're giving special discount codes because of the Expo. Yeah, everybody's flying in for the Expo. So if anybody wants special rates, those two properties are offering it to all the people who are attending. You just have to tell me you're going to be attending the restaurant show and you get that special room rate. All right, Damon, what else? Final words. And
final words. Just Sheryl, thank you. Nice to meet you, Elizabeth and Thomas. Thank you as well. Elizabeth, you're making me hungry, so can't wait to eat today.
Of course.
And I just want to say very grateful and very excited for the show. Want to talk to as many decision makers as possible to make sure that they're getting all the credits and refunds that they are due because they need it. You earned it. You deserve it. We want to help. And just looking forward to the show and meeting people and want to help people. So looking forward to it. Thank you for the opportunity, Sheryl.
Thank you, Damon. So in closing, mahalo to my incredible guests for joining me today and sharing all of the features that they'll be featuring in their exhibit booth. As we wrap up, I just want to remind everyone that the Hawaii Restaurant and Food Service Expo is an opportunity to connect with top industry leaders and really help their businesses thrive. And as I mentioned earlier, as the community thrives, everybody thrives. And the food service industry is such an important component here in Hawaii. Mark your calendars, February 26th and 27th at the Neil Blaisdell Center. Our website, as I mentioned, HawaiiRestaurantExpo.com. Don't forget to download. And when you register, you're going to get your badge. And then you download the app. And that way you get a way of finding out who are the exhibitors, go to their booths, see a little bit of what they're offering so that you can make a plan when you come to the show. Thank you for tuning in on today's episode. If you enjoyed receiving these updates, please give this podcast a like and don't forget to subscribe so you'll be notified whenever we upload a new episode that features more exhibitors. Let's see now. I just want to close it with the Hawaii Restaurant Association is the organization unifying, representing, and supporting Hawaii's restaurant and food service industry. Please remember to nourish connections, savor life, eat well, and live well. Until next time, mahalo for your support, and we'll see you at the Expo.